don't give a fuck what you say. Batman boxing talk. We back.
We back. Now we left on our last segment. We was talking about Shakur Stevenson and Valdez. Brandon says no way in hell that Valdez is going to win. I think anybody who steps in the ring got a chance, but it's highly unlikely that he's going to beat Shakur Stevenson. Allen says that I'm not just going to say that Oscar Valdez is not going to win.
I mean, because I just
you got a lighter?
I just watched Chris Colbert.
Chris Colbert and Shakur
didn't have a chance and got his ass whooped.
Do you got a lighter?
Yeah, I got a lighter.
Light my feet on fire. Hold my shit to the fire because I'm here to stamp. He's going to stop Oscar Valdez. I'm telling you. Stop him. Stop him. Watch what I tell you.
Who's your pick on that fight?
Who's the best fighter in boxing right now?
Canelo Alvarez. What's the problem?
No, because Shakur said he's better than him.
Hey, if he was more, hey.
He said if they was the same weight, Shakur said I'm better than him.
And guess what? I agree.
Okay.
Oh.
If Shakur Stevenson was 160 pounds or 168 pounds, I'm taking Shakur.
Damn, big words right there.
I'm taking Shakur Stevenson.
I mean, coming from him.
I might have to go get that goddamn lighter.
I mean, you'll never see that fight. But I'm just saying. Yeah, you'll never see that fight.
My money on Shakur. I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
So right now, in your mind, Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter in boxing.
Pound for pound?
Yeah.
Skills wise,
No.
I would say because pound for pound is also what you've done. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just like we'll because if that's the case, Terrence Crawford skill set, or you could say like somebody like Jaron Ennis's skill set is probably better than Canelo's, but it's the accumulation of the people he beat, the weights he moved up in. It's a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, resume too.
So yeah,
because
so
you can look. I mean, because like you said, as far as Jaron Ennis.
Hey, you can be a more skilled fighter and get your ass whipped. We just watched Chris Colbert.
Yep, get his ass beat, and did not show a warrior's heart. But
he didn't,
you know what though?
He didn't have it.
I am going to say what Brandon said. I am going to second it in saying what he said was the smart thing to do. Us as just boxing fans, you know, we gonna give our opinion on something, but we wasn't in there taking the shots and every damn thing.
This is why I'm not gonna be disrespectful. He said his name is Prime Time. This is why Prime Time is getting the backlash that he's getting, because when he do interviews and he talk about this person don't got it or that person don't got it, I think he even said Shakur don't have no heart or no dog or whatever the case may be. And then you get in the fight and you lose and you elect to say, fuck this shit, I'm gonna come back next time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have room to speak when you doing this shit that you claim other people ain't doing?
Yeah,
that's why he's having so much backlash. If he was humble, or I'm not gonna say humble because I feel like boxers need to talk to get to a certain level.
True.
But
shout out,
it's certain shit.
Blair the Flair car.
Yeah.
Cause look, regardless of whether he got his ass beat, he talked enough shit that he had Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford watching that fucking
That's
fight.
also the reason why he's getting the backlash that he's
exactly.
getting.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah,
you can't
it's
say
a double-edged sword.
Shakur here be a pussy, and then you pull a pussy move.
That's true. But one thing I do want to say about him, Prime Time, is that he offered not one fucking excuse. He was the better man tonight. That's it.
He get credit for that.
I give him plenty of credit. Matter of fact,
he get points taken off.
Shakur was on his head and on Twitter, but when he said, I give no excuses, he was the better man tonight, Shakur said on Twitter, all right, I'm going to leave him alone because he ain't giving no excuses. I thought that boy was going to come out and say he was hurt or something. He said nothing except for he was the better man tonight. I can respect that because so many boxers come out with excuses. one of the greatest boxers. I mean, talk about resume and weight jumping. In history, Manny Pacquiao always got a fucking
every time he lose.
Every time he lose, he has
every
a fucking
time.
excuse.
What was the one
every
from the last one?
Some legs or some shit
Yep.
cramped up or something.
Yeah, legs. Yeah, always.
Every time.
And look, it damn near. I mean, at 40 plus, yeah, your legs probably cramped up, but you got your ass in the ring.
Yeah. And like I said, I know people gonna try to say, well, Gary Russell did it. Y'all like Gary Russell. Gary Russell told you he was hurt beforehand.
He showed you he was hurt beforehand, and Gary Russell,
Still
unlike
beat his ass.
Pacquiao,
Yeah.
when he hurt his shoulder, who still threw the punch, Gary fought with one hand.
Yeah, he couldn't throw a punch.
Couldn't throw a punch.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
He said he was hurt before the fight, and when he got hurt, when you saw that he actively, winced in pain when he hurt, he no longer threw that fucking punch. No more.
And you know what else? When I went back and rewatched that fight, I thought he got hurt from throwing the punch and hitting him. Masayo hit his shoulder.
Oh, that's what happened? Oh, damn.
It looked like he had threw a punch and got hurt, but what's the name hit his shoulder?
But he said, like you said before, he said it before. He said, and it might show. He said, y'all might see it. Yeah, it might show itself in the fight.
Yeah, I can respect the person that don't give excuses, but you can't shit on everybody else and expect not to get
not
shitted
for
back
doing
on.
something that you turn around and do.
Yeah.
If
It's
you
like
go out
talk
on your
shit
shield,
about Wilder, but one thing about Wilder, the motherfucker said, "Carry me out on my back before you throw that motherfucking towel in."
oh yeah, absolutely. And Wilder's always trying to land that punch.
Yeah,
Always.
Wilder was getting his ass whooped in round 3. Got dropped twice in round 3 or some shit. Or was it once? Was it once in round 3?
Once in round 3, I think. Yeah,
I think it was once in round 3, and came back out in the 4th round and was getting his ass beat and pulled a punch from the heavens. So y'all can say what the fuck y'all want to say, but I respect that more.
What do you think about
What
him
Chris
retiring?
Colbert did was pretty much, motherfucker said, "Give me your lunch money." He gave it up and went home. You got to beat my ass.
I ain't feel it that night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel it.
I ain't feeling it. Fuck it. I had to pick my
But
battles.
here's the thing, though. He decided he wanted to. I think he was trying to knock that boy out, and when he couldn't, he just by that
You
time.
know what it
He got
was?
dropped.
You know what it was? And this is why I say, you gotta watch what you say. Same thing, same shit I be saying with with whoever. Remember when they had that interview on? I think shout out to the Boxing Voice when he was like, "You some shit, you don't have no power." And Shakur was like, I got more knockouts than you, right? I think he went in there trying to prove that, and that's one reason why I can respect Devin Haney, even though he tried it once. Be who you are. If you are not a knockout puncher, don't try to be one. Win the fight. That's the most important thing.
But see, you talking about Devin Haney, who was knocking people out in the beginning.
Everybody's knocking people out in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, shit, put you in there with somebody 0-16.
Yeah, Michael Coffey.
With 16 losses by knockout, you gonna knock him out, huh?
You ain't lying.
No, I'm just saying. Like, but in that interview though, I'm gonna give Prime Time some credit too, because when he was like, "What you do?" and then Shakur said, "I got such and such knockouts." He was like, "Oh damn, I didn't know you was hitting like that."
Exactly.
Yeah, he gave him miscredit when he said, "Oh, I didn't know you was hitting like that."
But it's like I hear him down, Earl Spence, this.
Talking about he was going
you know
he was
what
going
I'm
to win the title and then was going to retire Lil G at at 130.
But remember, and well, y'all gonna say you always go for Lil G. Remember, I said I don't think he can beat Lil G.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, but we wasn't. Yeah, I don't think he.
And that wasn't just because Lil G a hometown guy. That's because I don't think he could beat him.
Alan was very impressed with Lil G's instructions.
Training,
Yeah.
Man, Lil G is
Lil
a
G's a
bright
that was a great fight,
motherfucker.
but,
Lil G has been boxing probably since he's been born.
Basically.
He has no choice but to know this shit.
Yep.
The way you know 2 + 2 is 4 is the way he know that shit, bro.
And the best way, one of the best ways to learn something, I don't know, a lot of people know it, is not just to study it, it's also to teach it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and do it.
To do it
Yep.
and then teach it. Like if you study it and you learn it, you know what I'm saying, but then you try to teach it, then
Right.
that means that forces you to learn it even more.
What fight was that Shakur was in somebody's corner? Who was the fighter? You remember?
Yes.
He did a great job
but
too.
when you match, just like when you a master like Floyd can tell a motherfucker what to do too.
Mm-hmm.
He a fucking genius when it comes to that.
Yeah. I remember when Floyd sing.
Listen, do y'all hear Ward commentate?
Yeah, Ward, motherfucker. Yeah.
Like when you do that shit on a high level, you know how to tell a motherfucker to do it. You should.
I remember when Floyd when he was fighting Diego Corrales and his Roger was in his corner, but his father was out in the audience.
Yeah.
Yep. And remember what he told him? He said, "Keep doing what you're doing. 7, 8, 9, you be ready to go."
Yeah.
Yep. And damn if it wasn't. Yep. Just keep doing what you're doing. 7, 8, 9, he be ready to go.
Man.
Like I said, they can get in there. They can teach it. The only thing they can't do is give you the skills and the ability that they have. But they can damn sure tell you what to do. Because G told, man, stop trying to do this, right?
Yeah.
Set up off of this.
You reaching.
Yep.
When you throw the left, lead with the left. You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you say those two fights?
Yep, and set it up off your hook.
Right.
Instead of letting trying to set up your damn left hand. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah.
Do you all see like Josh Taylor? I think lost, which although he got the decision, that should have been an upset.
Now Josh Taylor come back in the next fight and beat the shit out of somebody.
It won't be mackerel.
Huh?
I don't think he's gonna get that boy rematch.
Catterall.
Catterall.
I'm about to say, what the fuck is mackerel? And like I said, I think we are such,
fish.
and this is what I mean when I say we are all slaves or prisoners to a narrative, because you'll see a motherfucker lose. It's like nobody talk about Teofimo no more.
But
Teofimo might come back and beat the shit out of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody.
But nobody talks about him. But has he? He hasn't really said. He hasn't said much.
I'll give you a better one. Regis Prograde. Nobody talk about him. He whooping ass. He
Yeah,
knocking motherfuckers out.
I mean, if you follow, but people who don't follow the
Which
sport,
I thought he beat Josh Taylor. I thought it was a close fight, but I thought
think
Josh
he got
Taylor got the
I watched that fight
the
recently.
hometown nod.
You think he outworked him?
He outworked him. He outworked him. He beat the shit out of him, but he outworked him.
He beat the shit out of him. You seen Josh Taylor face after that fight? He beat his shit out of him. Regardless of whether he got outworked or not, he beat his ass. He beat his ass.
It's a close fight that could have went either way. I just thought that Josh Taylor did more work.
That's fine, but he beat Josh Taylor ass in the process of him getting outworked.
You just putting that on a beat up face?
You seen Josh Taylor face after that?
Did you see Earl Spence face after the Sean Porter fight?
Yeah. Man, that shit was funny though. At the press conference when they was like, you ain't lost the fight. Look at his face. Earl was in there. Man, that was some funny shit.
Earl's face looked 0.2% of what fucking Taylor shit looked. Josh Taylor shit was brown.
Yeah, it was.
His face, his shit was purple.
But would you say that about? Because I think it was either after the Sean Porter fight or the Manny Pacquiao fight with Ugas and shit. Like both his eyes.
Yeah, Ugas won the fight.
Yeah, but some people automatically. It's just like if you fight fucking Gabe Rosado, he's gonna cut.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, some people going cut, but he beat Josh Taylor ass.
You saw Prograde?
Yes.
You need to watch that fight again.
I'm not saying that the nod, it wasn't a close fight. I'm talking about the damage in the fight. He beat his ass.
Okay,
yeah,
so like prime example. What he talking about? We all think that Richard Steele shouldn't have stopped the fight again with Major Taylor. But Chavez beat Major Taylor's ass. Yeah. you remember we looking at the fight and we wondering who else hit Mildred Taylor? They hit him in the corner because we ain't seeing this shit. And now all of a sudden the more he faces,
He beat Josh Taylor ass, bro. It was a close fight, but I'm talking about like a fight can be close based on like you said, outworking, but the punishment. He beat Josh Taylor ass, bro.
Like that is a prime example of what I said. The Mildred Taylor Julio Cesar Chavez fight. I'm telling you, like the flashier punches. I don't think it was even a close fight. I think clearly Mildred Taylor was winning, but he was getting punished in there. When you know all the shit that we saw, you know, when you go back and watch the fight, you see the little lead right hand just hard right in his face.
Yeah,
Boom!
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? He started firing backward.
Chavez is probably getting out punched 4-1.
Yeah, but
I
every
mean,
time,
man,
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can win by out punching.
Yeah.
But that one punch that he was probably landing was worth 6 of them motherfuckers regular.
Fucked up.
Prograis beat Josh Taylor ass, bro. Not that see that's why I think boxing is so confusing, because somebody will hear that and be like, well, then why did he lose the fight? Because boxing is scored round by round.
Yeah,
it's not scored.
It's not like it ain't like a street fight,
right.
you know, because shit, you know, you get out there, motherfucker.
Now if that was a street fight, Prograis, that people would have said Prograis won.
Yeah, Prograis won.
Why hasn't he?
That's like fighting somebody light skinned and shit. I used to tell him, like,
it
don't matter it don't matter when you go back to your people. Once I put these motherfuckers on you, they gonna say you lost because you gonna look like you lost. Man, I slammed that little motherfucker and all that. Nah, look, we don't see him. We see your eye fucked up.
Who is he with? Prograis.
I think Richard Schaefer, that Probellum or some shit.
Because I can't understand why he hasn't got a shot back at the titles.
He going to Marvin. First of all, he not a big name, so he's not somebody that the fans are going to demand. He's not with a big promoter for them to pay the sanctioning bodies to put him in a position. So he got a Marvin Hagler. And he been doing it. He been fighting.
Lubin been fighting his way back too.
Yeah,
he's been calling out on Tank too.
But see, the thing about Lubin is we're able to see Lubin because he on a Spence undercard.
That's true.
He on a this undercard. He on a that undercard.
Prograis, what Prograis was on what undercard? His last fight. Tank
knocked some ass out in 4 rounds. Then he just spanked somebody else, which we should watch that shit because good God, Prograis. He another one that I fuck with heavy, and I'm not saying he the best at 140.
No, look,
but
you gotta understand when you say
that I fuck with.
I'm not saying that you are saying.
But now I gotta classify.
Yeah, no, I did not tell you. Look, see, you automatically jump on defensive mode. No, I'm just saying he automatically jumped on defensive 100%. Mode because I said that he said that was his man, but he didn't say it like he is the man.
Right.
You know, you hearing, I said he's the man. I said, no, you said that's your man. Like, that's my man. He shot me up.
There's your 5 favorite fighters, and then there's the one who you consider the best out there.
Yeah, but I fuck with Regis Prograis, though. Like, I fuck with his mentality. His mentality and his skill. Like, he didn't fall off because they say, oh, well, you're not fighting right again for the change. Like, all right, fuck it. Sometimes he be the fucking first fight of the night. You know what I'm saying? He knocked motherfucker out.
I always thought he was kind of wild with his shit, though.
Man, I like I said, I'm not saying he the best, most skilled motherfucker, but I like certain things. I like certain things about him. That's like Lomachenko. I don't think nobody's more skilled than Lomachenko at 135. But T.O. beat him.
True. I think the only thing about him being at 135.
He's another one that come up with excuses too.
He Lopez?
Yeah. No, Lomachenko.
Lomachenko?
Yeah. Shoulder hurt. Before I think it was like I don't know if he gave an excuse with like Orlando his first Orlando Salido. It's just the fact that Orlando Salido cheated. Yeah, like I mean, basically,
to me that ain't no excuse. Nigga hitting me blow and shit.
But see, like you said, if you coming from the amateur background where you know, and you trying to fight a point system, and you trying to fight, you know, a motherfucker fair and square. And he took you to professional school.
He Bernard Hawkins, your ass.
Yeah, exactly. He took you to professional school, hitting them low. You know what I mean? Elbow, everything, head, butt, fucking Lomachenko up. And Lomachenko had to adapt to that shit, and he had Salido in trouble in the late rounds after that.
He did say his shoulder was hurt. Lomachenko, Lopez fight.
Yeah.
If you make, but then there's some credence to it. He whooped Nakatani ass, which Lopez couldn't do. And then he didn't beat Comey better, but he was whooping Comey ass.
Yeah. I think it would have been a tougher fight. Like I said, but I mean, it would have been a tougher fight for
Because if you look at them last 4 rounds when Loma said "fuck it,"
he put paws on Teofimo ass.
But see, that's crazy. But that's the thing. If there was a rematch, I'm taking Lomachenko again.
But the thing is this: that's why a lot of people are not giving T.O. the credit. You know what I'm saying? They will add the fact that they think his shoulder was
But
hurt.
that ain't his
Even
fault.
though, like I said, that's not T.O.'s
Because if he
fault.
went in
And
there and
I
got
don't,
his ass whooped.
and I don't use, like I said, I'm on the Brandon school.
That's right.
Like, look, unless you're saying it before the fight.
Even if you said it, even Gary Russell.
Yeah.
Don't go in there.
Yeah, but don't go in there.
Because now.
But I know, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you do have something to fall back on if you say it before the fight, but most fighters don't.
No, you don't. You want me to tell you why? Because you lose your belt. You ain't gonna get no another fight. You have shit to fall back on.
I ain't talking about Gary. Gary should have postponed that shit. I'm talking about like, cause his shit was really, really fucked up. I'm talking about fighters who claim. Because one thing that Floyd Mayweather said, we all go into the fight with some little, injuries and shit. Yeah, look, okay. Pacquiao, your shoulder was hurt. So is my fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? Going into the fucking fight. But I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
So when, like you say, I'm just saying the only reason we could say, yeah, but Gary said that before the fight and said it may show up in the fight. Yeah, as opposed to Lomachenko didn't say anything about a shoulder injury, but they'll say the shoulder injury and the last, that, because the first, they say the first 6 rounds, when people exaggerate, and I think like first 5 rounds, but the first 6 rounds, Lomachenko got his ass beat because he didn't really throw any punches. Right. Stayed away from him. But he showed something that we was talking about little prime time didn't show. Yeah. Fuck it. Look.
Mental fortitude.
Yep, I'm going after this motherfucker. Fuck it. Shoulder hurt and all. I'm getting ready to just go at him.
Yeah.
But I think that's why we asked the question, why is Kambosos pressing for the Lomachenko fight? I'm telling you, I think it's that. I think he figures that he can have an easier time.
I don't think it's that. I think it's Lomachenko looks better on his resume.
I think he lose either fight.
Lomachenko looks better.
You think Lomachenko beats him too?
Yes.
Man, listen.
I ain't taking nothing away from Ferocious, man.
I'll take something up when you talk all that shit and then all of a sudden it's something different.
What though? Because it ain't his fight that they don't want to go to Australia.
No, that's not. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Like I said,
we can segue into that anyway because we're gonna talk about that. If Devin Haney wants to fight,
okay, we gonna get that on the next one because I'm pretty sure this motherfucker long.
Okay, yeah.
Batman boxing talk. We out.